is
Zaza.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Whipper.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. Good to have you on board. Great topic I'd love to discuss today. Were you dumped because of your job?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, I shouldn't have taken the fluffer job first of all. And
Were you no good at it?
it was, I didn't want to do it.
No.
But you know what? When you need money, Sarah, and that first taste of independence, it was
Yeah.
one of the greatest.
Tasting independence?
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
Was he an actor?
Oh.
No, he wasn't.
that's terrible. I don't get it.
No, it is. Well, there are people out there that suffer from... They don't have much motivation.
No.
They don't bring in much of an income. And they claim that they're an entrepreneur.
But what are they really doing?
They're not doing anything.
God, I knew a guy who used to work for a deodorant company in a science lab, and he would sniff people's armpits to see what deodorants worked.
Yeah, but you have to in that line of work. Like, that's your job.
Yeah, but is that, could you fall in love with someone who does that?
If my wife was into pits for 8 hours at work all day, I'm out of there.
What, Brad or Doug?
Oh, brother Doug. Enjoy the podcast.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Big question is, would you leave somebody when you found out what their occupation is? Or if it wasn't good enough for you? If they weren't spending... Or if they weren't bringing in enough income? Are you that type of
I don't
shallow person
I
that
don't
would
think
leave?
it's that shallow. I think it needs to be, I mean, your partner and whoever you would choose, for me, it's important that they have a motivation and a drive and interests in life. They're going to be hungry to live a good life. You know, I think that's inspiring.
But what, through work?
Through work and everything else, your work efforts
you
might
don't-
represent you in your private world as well.
Yeah, but what if you I worked at Franklin's No Frills, mate, for years. You know, and that's not the most romantic thing to actually impress a girl.
You were, 16? So that shows you were willing to go and work
I was
as a teenager.
33, Sarah, and
Because I went out with a girl and she didn't have a job at the time, and I said, you know, what do you want to do? What are you going to do for work? What do you like? And she said, I just really like pretty things. And I thought, all right.
What's she doing with you?
Oh, well, you've inspired me. And I thought, oh, God, that doesn't sound too, not that inspiring.
But she could go and work in a florist.
The florist says, you're
Go
dead
work
right.
with it in a designer store.
she
Like,
didn't.
there
yeah,
are
flowers are
options.
pretty, aren't they?
They are pretty
Flowers are
fitzy,
pretty.
thank you.
Dresses and stuff. And
Can we talk about Adam and Janelle last night on Married at First Sight? So Adsy, it has been revealed that Adsy's been on a few reality shows, not just here in Australia, but over in the UK as well.
Okay.
I don't know, Love Island or something like that. But anyway, Adam, okay, so this is him introducing himself to the people of Australia, okay? And we're trying to work out what he does for an occupation. Our favourite word, entrepreneur, is in there, but what does he actually do? Here's Adam.
My name is Adam. I'm 35 years old. I'm an entrepreneur with my own online startup, which I founded over in London with a business partner. It is in the crypto space. We are looking at getting the cryptos, the NFTs. I'm trying to build myself a little empire and just got some really big plans for this business.
Still don't know what you do, mate.
Pretty vague.
What is it?
What are you buying? Crypto? It's a good time to be getting into crypto at the moment.
I mean, there's a couple of key words there that he's thrown out, like business partner and overseas.
Startup.
Startup.
Startup's good.
Startup, online business.
Yep, at London.
London, yeah. And I think, he's going to need to throw some other words like pivot, manage expectations.
OMGs. He's buying OMGs or is
NFTs.
It? Oh, sorry, NFTs.
NFTs. So, you're right. I'm not sure exactly what he does.
Okay, so then that's him introducing himself to Australia. This is him talking to his new wife, Janelle, about it.
Over in the UK, me and my mate started up a competition business. It's online. We have like cool prizes and stuff like TVs, tickets to festivals, all that sort of stuff.
So it's like a side hustle or like...
No, I feel like that's what we're going to work towards, Also, I was going to launch a podcast. Yeah, I really want to do something like that.
As in selling TVs? Or he's just giving them away?
No, I think you win them through his site somehow tied into the crypto. I would assume, too, if the conversation continued, he'd say, well, you know what? If we can just steal 5% of the market, we'll be worth $1 billion.
So he's running a glorified meat raffle.
No, Sarah, how dare you?
So this is... And 13, 24, 10, if you met someone like this, would this bother you? Like... Is an occupation a deal breaker, or if someone that you don't really know what they do?
I don't understand what he does.
Have you left someone because of that? 13 24 10, give us a call. But then Janelle, she continued this. Right? This is their first night together. I think they woke up the next day and the conversation continued.
Do you have any stream of income?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
dear.
I've obviously got that stream of income. I've got.
Oh, so you're still earning income from it now?
Yeah, I'm still earning income from that now because my mate's over there now. He's still looking after it for us and stuff.
okay.
Yeah, well, you're worried that I don't have money or something like that? Is that it?
I mean, there's not having money and then there's just not having a job.
I'm just trying to throw it back on her now for questioning him.
It's. I actually agree with Janelle on this one.
Totally.
I am still confused with what he does.
But my mate's running it.
Yeah, but like, and this is the thing. It's not full-time work.
Yeah.
And what are people buying these TVs and these NFTs and these
Can we get
FMEs and
chat GPTs? Can we get Key, who works on the show, to come in, Macca? Could you drag her in from the booth and chuck her on a microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Because Key is a relatively new member of the Fitzy and Whipper show.
and this job cost her a relationship,
Well,
didn't it?
You've just ruined her story. But yeah,
There it is.
that's basically what we wanted her in for. Because Key's been here for a couple of weeks. Is she there, Macca?
Hi.
You got her on the big stick.
Hi, Key.
Hi.
Key, what happened in your relationship when you made the announcement?
Oh my
that
God,
you-
you're putting me on blast. But basically, I got the news that I got the job here. I was so stoked, so excited. And the first person I told was the guy that I was seeing. And then, like, a couple of hours later, he's like, I just don't think that's going to work for me. Like, that's a big commitment, those hours. I was like, it's me that's doing the hours. It's not you.
Exactly. It's a reputable job. But, but is it because you're getting up early?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm up at, like, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm like, that's not really a bad thing, I don't think.
Oh, he wanted to wake up with you each morning.
Were there signs of trouble before that?
No, that's what completely blindsided me. Like, it would take me out for really nice dinner dates on the harbour, and then I get dumped.
That's the power of the Fitzy and Whipper brand.
Thanks, guys.
Gets you down.
If you're going to hang out with those guys, I'm out of
What?
here.
You work with those dicks? No way, I'm out.
See you later.
Ever felt like a holiday after your holiday?
Plan your next getaway on the What If app and access mobile exclusive deals.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable, just in case your plans change.
Booking cancellation windows apply. What If? It's Aussie for travel. Guys, something has been brought to my attention. We are bringing the show live from LA, and obviously we're out of sorts because we're not in the normal routine of being at home with our loved ones, and we're set up here in the hotel as we bring you the show each morning. There's a lot of tech in the room, and if one thing that lockdown, I suppose, and COVID times taught us was that things are always on. Things are always on.
I think it's worth pointing out, yesterday, Fitz, I mean, everyone's pretty comfortable with each other, but when you went to the loo with the door open and we're sitting 4 metres to the side, I mean, we're a tight-knit group, so it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but it was okay.
I mean, you've seen me nude, Sarah.
I mean, it wasn't I wasn't even worried about the sight of what was going on. It was the sound. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, we're all pretty close and comfy.
And I love that. I love that in the team, and I love that we feel like we can be our true selves and completely relaxed around each other, no matter where, no matter when. I might just get Robbie, the engineer, to jump up.
Oh, no.
Robbie's just handed me his phone here because overnight there's been an update on something that's happened here. I've got a text message on Robbie's phone from one of the engineers in Sydney.
Yes.
And the text message reads, "Yo,
Oh, he's a skateboarder.
yo, someone is rocking out with their bits out on TX1 Skype live from LA." Now,
What does that mean?
we are in Tom Ivy's hotel room.
Tommy.
And
What did I do?
Tom, you have wandered into this room last night
Oh, did I?
dressed inappropriately
Oh,
while
did I?
the cameras were rolling.
This is his room.
Well, this is
I know.
Why is the camera still going at night?
They've now said I disconnected it immediately when I saw his junk.
Oh, yeah, they were. You know what it would have been, Tom?
Well, I don't know. It could have been anything.
There would have been a huddle around the office in Sydney, and everyone would have been going, it's only a matter of time before Ivy enters.
In all fairness, I reckon you would have been in your boxes. I think there's a bit of a ham up here.
We don't say a ham up, a wrapped ham. Don't say a ham up.
No.
And Tom, I mean, I know this has happened at other networks and it's been jarring for a lot of people.
Yeah.
People have been caught out on Zoom and Skype a lot recently. I just didn't think one of our team members would stumble wandering through the door.
Well, I should. If I'm going to do
meat
that,
out.
I should at least charge for that sort of live stream, guys.
And
I'm quite embarrassed.
And we've loved this Chesterfield couch that you have here. But geez, Tom, last night you loved it even more.
But thank you for wiping it down before I sit on it each day, Tommy. That's lovely.
I heard Tom yelling out, if anyone wants to join me, you can make up to $1,500 a week. And
Work from home.
I think, Tom, you should apologise.
Yeah, I should.
I mean, when they
they know how my views were? How did I go on views?
I was going to say it's Hollywood Boulevard from here.
I mean, when some people said this show's full of junk, I didn't think it was actually going to be your front package.
No,
Tom, do you recall coming in here?
Yeah, I was coming in to look at something out the window and...
to see if someone had arrived at the hotel. He's here.
I was looking out the window and I come in every night just to pack up and put your waters down for the next day and make sure it's all clean. But
you did it in the nude.
Shouldn't have come in my...
That's all right. We all walk around in our hotel room nude, don't we?
No.
Not when we're live to Sydney during the
Don't
day.
you?
No, not at all.
After you get out of the shower,
No, you get...
you're a never nude.
I have issues.
Yeah, you do have issues.
So, Tom, I wasn't sure whether that wreath down there on Hollywood Boulevard was...
From the housekeeper.
or it was your career that they was farewelling down there on the street. But anyway,
the cleaners have quit.
I mean, just to everybody back in Sydney, I apologise for what they had to put up with.
Look, I'm sorry, but again, probably around midday today, I'll be wandering back in.
Yeah.
We do want to get those numbers up on the Nova player, Robbie. Let's bring it on.
Well, that'll drop off without a doubt.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
I want to hear from people 13, 20, 14 with unusual nighttime routines.
Interesting you bring that up because we mentioned earlier in the show, and if you missed it, Tom Ivey has got an interesting nighttime routine, which is wandering around his hotel room while there are cameras set up here.
Back in Sydney.
Going live back to Sydney in the nude, Tom.
Everyone in the office saw it.
I must apologise.
The feedback was, let's put that lolly bag on the...
This fruit is out of season.
On the free lolly shelf.
Said it all before.
Basic stuff.
No. This is what I'm talking about. Do you struggle to sleep at night? Or do you, work-wise, do you work all day, maybe late into the night, and then you have, I don't know, maybe workout routines that you do at maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning? Because this guy, Rudy McLennan is his name, he has made a heartfelt apology to his neighbours after scaring them half to death with his late-night workouts. He has explained, though, that he likes to exercise after sunset because he has really bad anxiety and doesn't want everybody watching him.
I get that. I hate going to the gym and people are looking at you.
Me too, man. All eyes on me.
He's over 6 foot as well, so he's quite large. But he said one time I was walking at 1 a.m. in the morning and there was a granny on her front porch. She literally yelped and ran inside her house when she saw me.
Scared.
That kind of hurt, Rudy said. The thing is, I'm scared as they are. I keep a pocket knife on me just in case I get mugged.
Oh, Rudy.
A lot of people do this. You know, actually, Daniel Johns... the podcast Who is Daniel Johns, which was fascinating, but there was a period in his life there where he would take the dog for a walk at 2 a.m. in Newcastle and listen to heavy metal music.
That can't be good for getting you back sleep. But I'm always fascinated on the drive to work how many people are out walking their dogs. And that's not 2 a.m. But if you're going to work at 3 some mornings, that's ridiculous. Can you not wait?
My mum has a crazy routine. She'll go to sleep at around 2 a.m. in the morning.
Seen it.
My mum has a really weird routine. So quite often she'll watch reruns of 2.5 Men. She thinks it's very funny. And Frasier, huge fan of Frasier. Anyway, she will watch Frasier till around midnight, drinking white wine and eating white chocolate. And then she'll get up and just put a puffer jacket on and walk around the block.
What, at midnight?
When she said to you, I'm a fan of 2.5 Men, you thought it was a TV show? That's on you, that misunderstanding.
Who's the half?
Well, according to the guys in Sydney, you on Skype, Tom.
But a lot of people, it is a good time to go because there's nobody around. The other thing is that because we have to get up early in the morning, I do love listening to talkback radio.
There's a lot of lonely people
There's
out
a lot
there,
of
aren't there?
loonies that stay up at night. There are people that ring radio stations at 2 a.m. in the morning every night and tell them their problems.
And quite often, they've really got nothing to say, but they just want someone to talk to. If you're ever doing a car trip, you're right, and you leave home at sort of 3 o'clock in the morning because you've got a big drive ahead of you, that's when you hear them. Hello, how you going?
A mate of mine who's a lawyer, he's an insomniac, but it doesn't affect him. He said, I know people think I'm stressed, but I'm not. Like, he said, I could go home now and I could have a sleep, but because I'm so busy with work, see, he does meetings all day and he's in the courtroom all day, and then he does his paperwork at night. So he's been seen sometimes, the light in his office in the city is on at 4 a.m. and he's still doing paperwork from the day before.
But how many hours of sleep does he get?
So he said he can survive on about 2, and he's he's fine.
Man, he got
long
a crash.
term though.
That's what I said to him. I'm like, Gaz, this is going to hurt you long term. He said, no, well, I feel fine. It's not like I'm stressed.
Remember when we were talking about the workout routine of Mark Wahlberg? He gets up at around 2 o'clock in the morning, Poppy T-Down says, and then he will work out and he'll get something like 5 hours of work done, work out before he sits down for breakfast. But then he's got a strict bedtime of about 7 o'clock.
Jennifer Aniston, exactly the same, and does the weird workout because she's doing the 16 hours of no eating. So her whole day is chaos to work around
Well,
that.
Hugh Jackman did it for Wolverine as well. Was getting up at all hours of the
Was
night.
he?
They're eating 4 chickens.
My God.
Who's got an unusual nighttime routine? I want to hear from you. 13 24 10.
Fiona in Maryland. You've got a weird nighttime routine, do you, Fee?
Yeah, so I work in a hospital. I finish at midnight. I go straight to the gym. By the time I'm done, it's about 1:32. Then I'll go home, I'll clean, I'll vacuum, mop, do a couple of loads of laundry, and then I'll start prepping dinner, chuck it in the fridge. By the time that's all done, it's probably about 5, 6 in the morning, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I'll sleep all day, and then when I wake up, I just cook dinner and then off to work.
Oh, that's it.
Wow.
So you're going to what? So midnight, you're clocking off at the hospital, and then you're going to what, like an Anytime Fitness or something, are you?
Yeah, plus fitness.
Wow. So do you get any weirdos at that time of the night, or it's usually pretty good?
No, it's pretty good. There are a couple of sort of seedy characters, but they just look seedy, but they're actually quite nice. They're quite lovely.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
And Fee, is it hard to vacuum and clean the house at 2 a.m. Knowing that everyone's fast asleep, or you're over that now?
I'm over that, and they're used to it, and we sort of live in a double brick place, and I've got one of those Dysons that doesn't really quite make too much noise, so it's not too bad. And I guess the option is either I do it when I want to do it, or they have to do it, and they definitely don't want to do it. So,
and then, Fee, what time do you wake up in the morning?
Well, I usually wake up in the afternoon, so probably about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Do you get woken up by trades, though, Fee, sometimes?
Normally, the buses that drive by with the afternoon commute. That's what that's how I know what the time is.
See, if I don't get my sleep, that's when
You're a disaster.
I'm a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm routine, and if my routine is...
never break his routine, Becky.
If it's rocked, I'm like, oh, no, I don't know if I can do this. I can't get through it.
Thanks, Fee. Appreciate your call.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Let's talk about dating, because one woman by the name of Stephanie is absolutely furious that after a month of dating one man, she was ghosted. And like that, he disappeared.
Some people like to do that. I still remember when Melanie Love did that to me.
Did she really, mate?
Yep.
And I'm furious.
And refused to pick up her phone, Sarah. Left message after message, and it got to the point where I was like, I need an answer here.
What'd you do, man?
Well, I tracked her down for the next 8 years.
What do you mean?
I stalked.
You still got that van?
At which message, what number message did you think, I know you're not calling me back, but now this is hate.
Yeah,
I am fueled by hate, and I'm going to call you, lady.
And all I wanted was an answer. And do you know what? When I finally got in touch with her, I got in touch with her through one of her friends, who then put me on. He said, she's here. Do you want to talk to her? And I went, yes, I do. I put her on, and it was really embarrassing, because she was like, don't you get it? I don't want to see you anymore. And I'm like, okay, that's all I needed. Bye.
Do you know what? I remember being really keen on this girl, and I would ring, like, you built up the courage to pick up the home phone and make a phone call to the house because the mobiles weren't around. So you'd always be nervous about who was going to answer on the other end, hoping that she would answer. And I rang and rang and rang over a series of 5 days trying to get onto this girl. And then her dad would say she's not here right now. And then on, I think the Friday I called and I said, hi there, it's Michael Whipfley calling. Is Penny there?
Oh God, the old man would have been.
And the
furious.
old man's going, Penny. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. And I hear her yell out in the background, just tell him I'm not home.
Oh, she's wise, Penny wise.
And he comes back to the phone and says she's not home. I said, I didn't think so.
You got dumped by a dad.
Yeah, I did.
The old man would have been off you as well because you probably would have had more facial hair than him.
I was more of a man than him. Let's get back to Stephanie and move off me being a man-child. Steph decided to put together a cunning survey, it's been described as, because she said, I want answers on why you ghosted me. Mm-hmm. What was it about me that you didn't like?
You can't handle the truth.
Why'd you switch off? Because I want to know. I think that's fair. I get some level of feedback.
I don't know if relationship exit interviews are a good idea.
So this is like a survey.
Yeah.
Was it?
She said, please provide 1 to 2 sentences
Oh, no.
of examples why you did it. You were intimidated by my beauty. You hate yourself. You're broken. I'm too good for you.
Do you know what this is like? This is the honesty box on maths.
Yes, it is. Coming up soon. Tonight on maths, I think.
You know what? You just play a straight bat here. But you can't open up and be honest.
No way. Don't engage.
Number 2, please circle if I am one of these. Cute, hot, sexy, or pretty.
Clearly none.
Can and must circle all 4 if possible. Then goes on to say, please explain why you did not just write smart to the last question, you misogynist.
What? This is a hate letter.
Isn't it? She's getting it off her chest.
Yeah.
What does it say here?
Primary school here?
Please provide the names and emails and phone numbers of at least 2 of your exes and your birth mother.
Oh, for like referees or
She
something?
wants to speak to them to find out whether it's her or him.
Wow, she's got a few problems.
Number 5, please select one form of compensation. Your passwords for Hulu, Netflix, Disney, Stan, Paramount Plus, and your social security number.
We've all had to do that, change the old logins.
No, the best one, remember we had that one for the Life Improver, was when you leave somebody and you're using their Netflix, what you do on their home screen is that you put your ID name, your username, down as add another guest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then when they turn on Netflix, they think, that's the option to add another guest.
Yep.
But really, it's you.
It's you.
Clever.
And
You've got the profile.
See you later, suckers. Subscriptions, mate. No, I wouldn't do that.
No, neither would I.
Like that.
I mean, I remember we had. I went out with a girl called Camilla, Tommy. That I think
Camilla number 1 or Camilla number 2?
Or was
that's really rude. It's extremely rude
Parker
to reference
Bowles?
women as numbers.
And what institution is she in now?
She's not in an institution. She's happily married with children. But Tommy, we had her on the show, and I asked those questions. Why didn't we work? What was wrong? Why'd you leave me, babe? You know, do you look back on it as a mistake?
What did she say?
She went on about all sorts of stuff.
You were punching there. You've been punching it in all your relationships, to be honest.
I never put her forward. I always put my mates before her. She said every time we went to go out for dinner, you were always late because you were hanging out with the boys and not me.
You were having pre-snacks. Did you explain that to her?
Well, I had a pre-dinner before dinner. And I wasn't sure which dinner she was turning up to, says.
Having seen the way you attack a lobster, I reckon I know why all your relationships fail.
There was a murder last night at the restaurant that we went to, wasn't there?
Do you know what?
A murder of a lobster that I've never seen in my life before. It was a mess. It was right up there with a fish market, 2 kilos of mud crab. Which is still spoken about down there at Piermont.
The first date Lisa and I went on. And we went down there.
Why would you order mud crab on a date?
It's so messy.
Last time we were there, we ordered the dumplings and a cockroach came running out of one of them.
That was a team
Remember
lunch. That wasn't
That
nice.
was a stinker.
That was horrific.
Oh, my God.
Just don't bring that one up on air.
No,
That's
you're
the
right.
main
The
thing.
fish markets were furious about that and wouldn't let us do
Hey,
a seagull chip eating competition.
I didn't mind it. I got it deep fried and had it with my fried rice. It was all right.
And a lot easier to eat than 2 kilos of mud crab, so you little beauty. Get down to the fish markets for any romantic dinner.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Lights, camera, hilarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. As Maddie mentioned, Tom Brady calling it quits on his NFL career. For the second and final time, he surprised everyone, though, by, rather than calling a press conference, he just did a very teary video to his own Instagram account.
I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. Like, you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me. My family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing.
I mean, would he change where he recorded it? Because standing in a windy field with planes going
Sarah-
overhead wouldn't be your choice, would it?
Sarah, don't focus on that. He's the greatest of all time.
I mean, is he now, though?
Yeah, but
I
he
mean-
did not finish on top.
No,
Oh
he
my
didn't.
gosh! Oh my gosh! You know what? There's a very few select sports people that can, in a clutch moment, can win a championship or a grand final.
You're looking at moments.
He's won. LeBron's done it. Jordan did it. I mean, Kelly Slater did it in surfing. Like, he could do that. Like, he could be behind all the time
would
and
he-
always pull something out with 30 seconds
I
to
would
go.
ask you to broaden your mind, because when it came to his return, he had a decision to make about his life.
That doesn't taint his legacy at all.
The most important thing in his life, his family, and he chose the sport only to regret the decision 6 months later and return now with nothing.
He didn't regret. When did he say
This
that?
is a disaster.
Well,
When did he say that?
you would have to argue the last retirement had a little more, not just the Instagram and the press conference comparison, there was a little more glory in the moment. He was sort of on a
course there was.
high. This feels a little bit like it's petered out unnecessarily. Giselle Bundchen, though, one of the first to jump on. So he posted the video. She wrote in the comments of his Instagram post, wishing you only wonderful things in this new chapter of your life. And then she put a prayer hands emoji next
See,
to
they're
it.
still good friends.
I
She
think they're-
understands.
yeah,
she was
it's a
married to
shame.
the goat, mate.
She's the goat
Well,
as well.
she's the goat of the modelling industry, isn't she?
The thing is, his little video apparently caught Fox Sports off guard. So remember, they've got him down for a $375 million commentary contract.
Yeah. He's signed.
Yeah.
He
Signed, but it was supposed to obviously kick in when he retired. No one knew he was going to retire, so everyone's saying, well, hang on, is he commentating for Super Bowl? Anyway, I can confirm he's not. Fox Sports have said, no, we didn't know any of that was
Goats.
happening. Give us a
Mate,
minute.
There's goats everywhere in that family.
He's trying to
Isn't
put a
it?
meal on the table. He can't find a girlfriend. He's lonely and broke. I wish you
think he
all the
looks-
best.
He looks terrible. That video, he looks
Tommy, you were the
broken.
goat. Oh, no, sorry.
No, that was different. He backed on.
No,
Seriously, this, like...
no, I can't say.
That's still in the legal.
Let's move along.
He is. Anyone that bags Tom Brady, I get really, really upset with. Sarah
he's
says,
made
but
some-
don't you dare.
He's made some bad decisions.
Well,
Guys.
I'm talking to a sportsman over here with Sarah, mate.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that.
Hey, rumours of Kanye West heading to Australia seem to have died down. In fact, he's definitely still here. He was just down the road from where we are now,
Where?
having dinner last night. He was at a restaurant with his wife Bianca called Beauty and Essex.
Ah, damn, because I was at Hooters. Never won there.
Ever hopeful. They were out on the town. The thing is, he clearly didn't want to be seen, even though he walked out into a group of paps. He's taken to wearing a full balaclava at all times.
If we saw Bianca last night, right, would you yell out something Aussie just to see
B-train.
Yeah.
just to get her attention?
Check that she's still
Yeah.
one of us.
Who does she barrack for in the AFL? Like, you could have go the
so
Pies, Pies. Hey, Bianca, go the Pies. She would have looked around.
Yep.
If you knew what team she barracked for, you would have got her attention.
So true.
Next time. Maybe tonight, guys, you can troll the streets. They should be back out. Finally, Brad Pitt. This is quite cute. So remember last year, the People's Choice Awards, Shania Twain, she was winning the People's Icon Award, and she got up and she did her famous song, That Don't Impress Me Much. And, you know, there's this line in it about Brad Pitt.
Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much.
Yeah, we all know that line famously. The thing is, when she stood up to perform it at the People's Choice Awards, she saw Ryan Reynolds in the crowd, so she sang it like this.
Okay, so you're Ryan Reynolds. That don't impress me much.
Awesome.
So Brad Pitt was doing press for Babylon, his new movie, and he was asked, how do you feel about being replaced by Ryan Reynolds?
And I want you to tell him how you think he stole your thunder.
Didn't steal. I think we can share the wealth there.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ryan's a good egg too. He deserves some love.
Ever the gentleman.
He doesn't give you much, Brad, does he?
No, but he's so kind about it. He's sort of diplomatic.
What a cutie.
He is a cutie.
What a
Thanks.
cutie says.
Hey,
He's the goat.
No, he's not the goat.
who's the goat of acting if not him?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, you'd have to
Next.
say Denzel.
No.
Brad would have a photo if I saw him downstairs.
Yeah.
Leo,
You
scratched.
think Denzel Washington over Leo?
De Niro's better.
Jack Nicholson,
Marlon Brando.
Tom Cruise. It's
TC.
tough.
I am a TC fan.
Finally, guys, this is exciting. Tonight, starting on Stan, Poker Face, their new TV show.
This looks great.
Yeah, awesome. It's sort of, think of like, you know how you loved Knives Out?
Yeah.
I loved the second one, Glass Onion. This is all that sort of stuff. It's a mystery.
So she can pick people lying really easy in
Yeah,
this.
she's like a human lie detective.
God, we should get her in on the show, Tom.
Yeah,
She'd
Poker Face.
Great idea.
Everything will just go off in her senses.
Human lie detector. Just amazing.
Yeah.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Hey, we just wanted to point out as well, Matty de Groot's been talking about it all morning. Dr. Chris Brown making the big jump from Channel 10. Yeah,
get me right out of here
I think
and
he's
over
coming,
the road.
He's coming back from the jungle. When he does that, it'll be the last I'm a Celebrity with Dr. Chris Brown in it because he's jumping over to Channel 7. Good on him, Brown.
Wow.
That'd be the big bucks too. They would have chased him, and he deserves it, Brownie.
You know, I'm excited for Brownie. I did get a phone call the other day.
From the Brown Dog?
No, from Channel 10. Would you join the living room?
Oh,
Really?
No, I don't think Amanda would like that.
No.
Or Baz.
Amanda went and Baz. And
You make fun of Miguel all the time
No, I
on
don't. I
air.
love
You try and
Miguel.
do his accent.
Miguel has got so much energy. I'm so jealous of that guy's hunger for life. He's brilliant. So, pretty fired up for the living room in 2023.
Not
There
you.
won't be too many people watching that if you're on there.
Aw.
Mate, I love the living room. It's a great show.
Become the waiting room.
You'd be good on the dying room.
All the support you could ever hope for in one team.
No, but
so
see,
what's
no.
Brownie going to do at Channel 7?
Well, see, this is what we were trying to work out. Okay, Tommy, we messaged Brownie this morning to see if he could come on the show. What was the response?
Well, he said, thanks for checking in, guys. He's actually on an I'm a Celeb promo shoot today.
Okay.
Oh, that's tough.
So he can't chat to us this morning, but he'll be able to talk soon. And he said, I hope you're enjoying LA and how many kilos has Whip put on.
Very funny.
Oh, 16?
Well done, Tom, on adding that to the end of the text.
The dying room.
Do
Next
you-
segment, how to lose weight.
Do you think, like, if Brownie is loved, right? Not only is he good on TV, but he's an awesome bloke.
He's hot.
And he respects his position and he's hot.
Yeah.
When he said to Channel 10, hey, I'm thinking about heading off, love to know what they did to try and keep him.
Oh, but you don't know that he said that. Sometimes something's run its course and he may have been entertained with another offer and he said, yep, sure, I'll give it a go.
Because what are Seven's biggest shows?
AGT?
Yeah.
AGT, we get The Voice and stuff like that. But I don't think hosting that. Sarah came up with a good idea and said he's best mates with Sam Mack. Could they be doing a show together?
Well, he's got Weekend Sunrise now, Sam Mack.
What do you mean? Oh,
Weekend
no.
Sunrise?
Not Weekend Sunrise. He's doing like
Sydney
Sydney
Weekender.
Weekender.
That'll do.
The travel stuff.
That'll do.
They'd be great on that together.
Isn't there a Weekend Sunrise?
Yes, but different.
Yeah, that's
It's
what's
just
wrong with that?
sunrise on the
on
weekend.
and- so he's working 7 days a week, is he?
Yeah.
Doing the weather on Weekend Sunrise.
Okay, so I made a mistake. Up your bum with a
Shiza.
broken stubby.
Shiza.
Imagine if Sam Mack's moving on and Brownie's your full-time weather guy.
No.
Nah?
I would
It'd be
suggest there's a new vet-style show planned for Channel 7.
He could be the vet on Love Island.
Now
or
they
something.
know how well that dog show has worked for Channel 10. What's that dog? Find the dog at home or
Dog
something?
house.
Dog house?
Find the dog at home.
Celebrity Find the Dog at Home.
Coming up next on Find the Dog at Home.
I said at home. Anyway, so that show's been good for them. So I would suggest there's some sort of bigger animal-based show for Brownie starting on Channel 7, like Brownie's Africa.
Well done, Sherlock.
Oh, come on.
Brownie Does Africa. And he's over there.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch that.
And he's... Because he goes over
This
there
is why
anyway, mate.
your pitch to networks are doing really well.
Yeah, you should move into programming. You're all over it.
Hey. No. We don't repeat that. You know what?
Oh, I love it.
Brownie goes over to Africa when they're doing things like moving a herd of giraffes. And he helps tranquilise them, and then he photographs them.
Well, he does that on I'm a Celeb anyway. Like
No,
they don't,
not like this, mate.
He's done 48 safaris.
He'll tag a wild buffalo out of a helicopter. He's loose, mate.
Now, well done to Brownie. He deserves it. Geez, that's a big loss for Channel 10, though. I'm throwing that out there. They need people like Dr. Chris Brown.
You know what I
around.
reckon happened?
Who do you go after at 7 to get over to 10? That's the question. You got to go harder to get someone back, don't you? Do you go for Krugs?
Koshy would hurt them.
You're not going to
Take
get Krugs.
Koshy.
You're not going to get Krugs, mate. She's number one. Too expensive. What? I reckon Brownie went to Channel 10 and said, I got a show called Brownie's Africa. And he said, here's the budget. We need $2 million plus. It's big production stuff. I'm the next David Attenborough. They went, we ain't got the budget. And he said, well, you ain't got Brownie. Channel 7 said yes to Brownie's Africa.
Thanks for coming in for the meeting, Michael Whitfleet. We'll get back to you, mate. We've got your number and your contact.
Okay, when will you call?
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.